tuye kwa musu na kwaba babowa religious exclusives no way
yeah
there be all the on mama just oh yeah we are doing what is it babowa too
tawa yankwe o say win the league for Bosomtwe. Honorable Hamidu Abdallah, MC for Bosomtwe, tells Nations FC as he bought 200 tickets for the supporters. Tama no supporters no kwasrano ana mo komano replica jersey. Na wakacho mo say matches akari nyina including Kwasiada obewo stadium hall. No do mo nyi league no na abra Bosomtwe so ese ono so otiminya enso no enti tama ona boso ekoboa nations said any bre aba obia stati enya na support nkakrakra ono so dey ma. There is no live telecast at Babiani. We have no idea of any arrangement to show our match against Kotoko. We have not received any money from any TV station to show our match. Our match will not be on TV. Against GFA's publicized live telecast matches, the BN GOLDSTARS stands firm. Tama, information I picking no say, and on FA4 the Bible say matches won't be no. Kotoko ni GOLDSTARS can home. Information I picking say the BN GOLDSTARS for say and your match na. And your match na say FA4 match be and your match na. Or match in there to be on TV. No mo ti hono no omo match omo ni obiam twa TV stations TV skabia ma wo mo se bia ya mo matches no ya nya TV skabia de mo no bia ba se e ba be e na mo ko bia nka arrangement bia nkyere mo enti tama e ma ne nya wanwa se Kwasiada Kotoko ni house match no na hwa na ma TV so Kotoko ni GOLDSTARS match no wa hwa na ma TV nto mo a wo pe bia ha je se wo ko ba bia ni we ye titi a asem bia ni hono mo enti eno ano no Hearts and Manchester United are in the same soup. We are all going through cognate challenges. If anyone thinks he can change the fortunes of House of Folk, he's a liar. Hearts will come good, but I will need your support. Hearts MD to the House of Folk supporters. And the supporters' response, sack Ouattara.
Just with their recruitment, I said this and I said no. I think he said we are going through a period of our time. I said we are now rebuilding, and it will take time. So because you say PR, we can banana or China, or start club in allies. We have even clubs that are almost like Man United, and they're still going through that period, and they are still going through it, right? It means that what us folk need is stability. A period that say we're painful. Maybe even if you want to build, but at least you see the progress every year. Until last year we're fighting relegation now. This year we're not fighting relegation. We're actually comfortable now. We're fighting for the top at some point. So again, we need to go through that painful period where we put things right. APR, recruitment, okay, this is how we do it. Way. And then we'll start to do well. Even Sir Alex, it took him 6 years before he won at Man United. But if you can say, it'd be 1 or 2 years to rebuild that. Don't say patience is. But what we do is every APR, you see that progress and we go from one to the other to the next. And again, fans, he said, be patient, because if we don't go through this period, like I said, you are learning to run, but you haven't even crawled yet, you haven't walked yet, right? We need that time to go through those processes first, and then you see a much healthier club.
Tama, so we in church mu bia ni honum biem. Ati we house ni a na botre. House here rebuilding into no. Enti we here not just say. GFA sues STARTIMES for $842,000 and come end all negotiations after they convinced the clubs to accept the new STARTIMES offer. Tama, for no, at the STARTIMES court. Say, some do moka. Nanka, no more negotiations, and STARTIMES for me or matches. No, am I at a February more baby crown and Cassacomi? Na STARTIMES for no, a cobain almost is canon, but I feel almost antiso. And every for the Africa there, a one workers also on me, intino, and yet, no money be a crabium. nti omo the official communication abre supporters no ene members no Ghana fo nyina se mo hu se yi o matches a na je se ni nchechire mu no na omo de kokota kwaje e kana STARTIMES di omo no omo kwakwaje omo sika nti eno so ye latest a GFA di aba afa omo STARTIMES no but last one nie Kotoko absconded a smart sighted in Sudan set to sign for Al Hilal. Tama say okay a smart one fine Saturday and opebi na Kofi Zakito be breaking news no ha say omoko American we dwane mra information a yenye ne say wasako pie Sudan am say I heard crowd bit my sign dia ma Al Hilal le Sudan enti no so ye a smart who so late kakra e ba no itama am fancy adom na
thank you many also comment kakra wa kakra be can found stories you na fe
enefie itama eno meeting no me de metiti monsem kakra na delale anku adiame enkomo a oni ha supporters ni di ni nei na yasema na kese ka waka akire mo de daada ebia nka pressure na aba no so na nsemu ene de impo aba coach no so no ebia nka manisa of course we football club na se nipa kredu be a onya abotre nti na mpanifo se wo no ma anhwe ngu a unhu no ma no krahye nti bo ho no ma onya abotre no wahye no ma but house of folk unse da bia ya kan le say enkofo ka say the biggest problem enkofo wo communication. The biggest problem we has of folk communication. Eno ankomo na oni supporters ndi ye no. Anya nkofo de. Anya ha supporters ne de. Because omfo say enye insem say na ompeso mti free MD ne ho. Especially time with regards to say Orban no. Na ni da so ne say baby free ba ne de. Ke no man kode ba ne seka ye hu transformation has mu. Ti afre na wa betena se be 1 year chi na be ka kire has for no say yen twan na say ya supporters no tama enra kakra metien say asem de okan but anya omu de omu sa so e ka kire ne say well waka ne de a kire omu ba omu ni say coach no oni ba bia ode omu ko oni ntimi fa has nko bo sha asase no so enti de wa ye na aye e be ya onye proposal fan koma board no na omu nyina dinti me hu ni say the meeting no share there, but he probably will have to call for another meeting because eno ade ne de ankose ne na supporters no here no tama ebeye ya pa se Kotoko ne bia ni GOLDSTARS na ye hu match with TV so ebe hardwin papa and per what I'm hearing ne de see GOLDSTARS for so omo mpema match ne yenyi and reason here very simple omo fo say omukra GOLDSTARS matches cry and shedan makokrasi e ba be yi TV station bi an sheda ma omu ska bia papa bia say e bia mo matches no ye tua say na ye de aba be yi ma manfo ahwe bi enu bia sesa no ma ba ho say oba be yi match but we dey just imagine Kotoko any GOLDSTARS a match that a bit may determine who wins the league and it will not be on TV enti no penifo no hwe na
what do you suggest because
my suggestion is
GFA I announced somebody
omo eka matisa
GOLDSTARS for no why na so omo munyi no
ye ni GOLDSTARS panyini bi na ka say o say
panyini bi
for now they ye keep because enya nkomo no
na o take position I don't know say mo de panyini bi say
yes
ma munyi a o de no
it's not a position that omo communicate via my FA no but it's a decision that they have taken
but omo nya official and the match will be shown
in your view
not in my view. Based on what you have said, GFA they are too zombie show match.
GFA, na say GFA, na no
so GFA zombie show match. Baby, any GOLDSTARS have not made any official decision. How do we conclude the match?
Say no na ye kodi hu komo no.
And I me just say, and come out work kodi because go for be so on TV trying match no. Because GFA say beba.
And until I me person say go for be disappointed no.
Why would they be disappointed?
Say what go try TV hu na ama. Ebi a wo pe bia hwe na say ne
beba. Obi ango 10 TV no beba.
Tama wo hye nkofo bo.
Beba. GFA na hye bo no. Ana Captain Masemi and this
obi so information we na
if it is not public Why should anybody rely on
so
that?
then I said, yeah,
Why should anybody rely on that?
I to prepare
a false alarm. And there will be any for grab a friend like someone can
on be fraka someone can.
Yeah, baby, look at the police for no.
So baby, so they say it's you. Omo to TV, omo go be omo ko jai. To omo go to because GFC be match. Baby any throw who krata say the GFA can. Enye no kre.
Tama be GFA o maka biblia ayan yi o.
Konkonsa no akodi no be kan ha.
O maka biblia o
o ma publish biblia ayan yi.
Oh, that's another subject. No, say, but say obi say yem yen no.
Say yen.
The yen go for coin on prevent your man. To prevent the GFA also yem amunyi.
Oh, na le we fi dem adi media ma ref. Bichim kwa sala so the car is block kwan. There be no achi. Anya na asem.
Oh, that's how it's asem. By season we are at least yen nkwa ni set apart match. Media match bi. Omamo.
Bampempi dodo na GFA kasi bi yi.
The clubs in the TSA there.
That's all TSA.
Say how na asem ne wo.
The GFA go kase obi and go for so musaka kapre. So omo niska dia.
Na za de nye se tu aga na yi.
Yo
ma yi zenye sa ne no.
Tama say how na asem. Omo tu anyina no.
Ba mi de arika no omo mekan ba bia o.
Wakote. Se na juma no.
Deb.
Is it on fat se munya.
Ba bia ne football club kase o.
Obi an deny that.
That's now e camera no asi say games na ebo no bibia GFA dia right no ne say man miske
ni
GFA can say Oyerepa ochina munko yi sa bo wi mfa maye it is ene dia
na itakwa dia na enya wo dia
amoli o ka say maybe I'll give education to them
say into am kan na o kirem
ni kirem say sa de ne mbem
ase we say ka ko dance park ke bo ho
oh
ko show
na do ko dance park no yi man
o be je ase no o mu ya no ho nanka
na so dance park for mo ga sa me okay
yeah
ase mo go mo ga no
be yeah omo ntena ho e wo dance park no e make that and be ensem na kana enye
obi akran kan we
yes your mom is coming say sa de na enye wo dia
obi ankan
the right order
there has been a precedent in a ongoing season.
Oh me
anya ho hwe
me ni problem with that the make nyana say they should use your mom sika the mom sika no
emra na omo be kan kire obi so mo enyi
no ba say ba ko ye na mzo to anya ho hwe a wo encourage sa des ne so nye ente hwe so ori ye ente
no but the point is say GOLDSTARS, they are a whole entity. So if officially they have not come against the position of the GFA, Nasi it's not money quiet to say the nipa ba kubia kan. Any higher doing command should represent the scenario. That's where my worry is. If GOLDSTARS have a problem with the match being telecast, they should tell the GFA.
Okay, they
should tell the GFA. I will not sit here. Namin Kazubi, Namin Titim, the Abaya announcement. Abra, GFC be matcha. GOLDSTARS, Entro Krata, and Karin said GFC.
Jeff no Montro Krata, my GOLDSTARS won't be match no.
Do they have to write to them?
And I said you
don't have to write to them.
Inform them to make an arrangement.
No. Arrangement, babe.
I call you a dance park.
Arrangement, babe.
Or your trouble brutal.
Arrangement, babe.
Who could do a steady one? Maybe I'm all
make sure match. You should always be ready. And you look at them, truck at bro.
There should be some information. Almost no
information.
Have any idea? Says how much
idea. If no many supporters and communicate you. How many GFA supporters and come to question to say? GFA for Ganjan Zombie match. Mummy has a son near Masua.
Tell me what we say.
Say,
some year can what will be.
I don't know him GFA for on Jamie. Oh, my bonnet man is on me match. Match no so on be. Be no bit my.
And if you don't,
and you know, you know.
Because that
Captain. It's going
to 3 days ago, we were discussing the TV broadcast. The whole man, I can't if Super Sports ever too much. Because far this STARTIMES, you know, by an American once and source at the FA was telling me about the STARTIMES agreement and not my. So na me who where they were at that time. And they want to clarify.
Source in the
18.
Yeah.
Anti. And but you know why anti?
Yeah, story in review. Not so source in this. I Rebecca say we are GFA for any super sports for me. And I know Rebecca.
Producers in the Dubai. Okay, so on the present.
On the yes story, on the can story, mammy. And I will see a better one because GFA has an agreement with the STARTIMES.
Yeah.
Emma out says no say take you of February.
That's right.
Once it did not take off in February, it just said there's no contract.
You said it that you know kind of that day no.
Oh, can be said there was no.
Oh, kind of yes, we know you're arguing.
And then they say contract be.
I'm about clarifying.
Why issue statement?
Almost same.
Say omoni STARTIMES no contract no I end somewhere in March. And now almost tries and come no
March of which year?
2025.
2025.
If I'm right, there's a March you know what I mean. Here an account.
The GFA wishes to inform its members, partners, and the general public that it officially ended all negotiations with STARTIMES on the renewal of the media broadcast rights agreement on March 2025.
Fantastic.
All negotiations.
So it was something was in the pipeline.
But so they had not signed any agreement.
Maybe that. But the information tells me the FA signed a part. So now it was left with the STARTIMES to sign on my part. And when I STARTIMES by Rebecca say in February no, I say to me end to us no. You see the point? Then if that back and forth. But the information that my source tells me, we say after the STARTIMES by beg to the FA say who's no more standing debt you say the FA and consider that they no testimony now they are prepared to come back and do the business with the FA. With the FA communicated to the clubs and they accepted say reduce that price on their mom. So almost now renegotiate here. Some negotiation and what na STARTIMES no call back. Esa buy ya decline the figure no. Buy back figure will form cry as against the figure na FA nickels are jetum. And now cause the FA decision to cancel everything and send the STARTIMES to court. No more demand it STARTIMES job. So there was that agreement. The FA was in a discussion, roundtable discussions.
But they did not sign any agreement.
Let's take it like that.
Okay.
Let's take it like that.
This decision follows the expiration of the previous broadcast contract with STARTIMES at the conclusion of 2023-24 football season.
Yeah.
Subsequently, the association has been negotiating with STARTIMES on the possibility of extending the contract. Unfortunately, both parties could not agree on the terms to renew the contract.
Fantastic.
As a result of this development, GFA officially notified STARTIMES of the situation and is currently demanding an outstanding amount of $3 $842,173.36 due the association from a previous agreement. The GFA has retained legal counsel and commenced formal process to recover the outstanding debt owed by STARTIMES. The association remains committed to securing a transparent, fair, and mutually beneficial media partnership that aligns with the interests of our club, the association, and our stakeholders. Okay, so
that is
it could lay some credence to the DSTV or the Super Sport.
Sure, I want to believe so. But according to them, they are yet to conclude on a figure. So that's the situation. So STARTIMES they say
producers and say we are say head of sports let me because we Monday to and more a bricky side way.
You much so pay bibi more man. I know you more you must say.
I say go for my lunch more.
Okay.
Producers na so
Monday.
I feel like for church.
Oh, and yes.
So
let's hope that the FA will come out with a new statement confirming the Super Sport no, and I say whatever is coming on board.
And also from Nippon now. The new statement coming. No?
But I'm hoping some they will come
okay.
out.
Because Kano with them.
Statement is coming. Because Bibian say
That the statement is coming.
Say, I hope they will come out. Menka say it's coming.
So I'm here.
And Menka say I hope. I'm only bagging money and hopes.
So we are. We are not going to say heavy.
What is that? Let's hope that me amateurize it. I hope that I hear that
on the GFA start times. Kotoko musika. Because me agree on terms.
No, also the ambassador na bam ni say GFA for free said the start times for no. At disappoint you in a way because they made them understand say yeah back you know translate and yeah tia so their mamu. So yeah tisu their mamu they are then anka enu kwa say o dey way they agree no munyu tum nanka yenko then you go and come back now once about out with figures a year far below the man agree that and they for na bu for na
negotiation
that's what negotiation nka yawie ya na muji tu yes and GFA communicating to all members and the members accepted
every start time for
you can do that that's from the FA no almost stand why the before no the court
so the start times agreed with GFA
first yes
this agreed on a contract the GFA signed its part
yes
start time me sign omo ko buy
say that is idea ama abufo ba say sign tie kura amoko ano mon ko chen and afi ye be court abeji sika yati hwe so ni ho biem
business
omo ntihwe so biem nti no sika no mu hia ambejo ma de now so if you listen to Anku Adiema House of Folk managing director this one can even do na twi no sound like our cambrofo
o tieni atwi na adam
I said o tieni you na executive that say kasa be na work am
no nti twi we de muda ho
o kasa na de
ba nye twi na on tini bi o
kasa na de but ona ibi se na mintini yo
na no me go so my graphics
no so o boss boy
infographics almost say ateta ya de achen Alex Ferguson in 6 years no already now go for the party one
the first 6 years no
okay wom
yeah waka say it took him 6 years
say Alex 6 years when you
so no because of a family of Manchester United you know okay yeah
first 6 years no in that period na Ferguson GFA Cup na
who's that
Ferguson GFA Cup in that year and the man to so at United
na say ateta
na onye
so mo compare me
why they say
league position and that stuff
quarter final league position Anku Adiema mu na camera make
at the point
omo why you more na can
so say name na work in here even though say how supporters on manti no omunya nto base bia obomunya opportunity to listen to omunte ye so to in some
also say
some no de some no
e bi say ne kasa na de
like I was saying so and some at na about work there be am kase it looks as a House of Folk board no it's either say omuni supporters so oman communicate to supporters no where they stand and where the club stand and where they are heading to and our supporters no e target as against the board and the management target and that should be the case because team there supporters no untimi ko your target abra team no the handlers of the team no any sa level no so I find na all ka asama ya kan all ka tro even though late but I won't believe say House of Folk supporters no egitum because the House of Folk has started from somewhere and they are heading to a point to be if you say level no yes now I catch up the rebuilding no more and I remember when Betmensa came to Ghana for Kotoko buy out so Kotoko that is where me say it initially na so catch up but me to
on only time here na so ma started that dance
from Watara full season I saw that rebuilding thing in House of Folk
even there never been here rebuilding
how he started players or acquire that young players no now all add some seniors no those top no like GOLDSTARS reject be normal form do be home you see the point and you know players are not all pick your money how na or your team no now match there to me say o man Russia o ye bia na it is a problem no bro so they need to go steadily now the build team no so that is how House of Folk started and you know and na senka season no be chance no o money supporters no not supporters no tiase I want to believe that the government supporters in here say na and kasa pressure na eba pam Ouattara, you know. Yes, I agree with anybody. Some I have my stand on Ouattara, but on another brief, I believe say with House of Folk, baby, he's not done badly at all. I have my stance as far as House of Folk are concerned. How Mr. House of Folk team no echo, but some of the project uncle confirm we say rebuilding but yeah, so too. Then House of Folk Ouattara anything bad, and it tells me say those who are calling for the head no, so they might not get it. Per their uncle can me sure say House of Folk and ya kind of say House of Folk board no move didn't come so they are not prepared to sack Ouattara.
All right.
So I want the supporters to accept it and go with them. Kakra. I know say the team will get somewhere. The team from next season will start exploding.
The GFA don't write to clubs. We have CEO's platform, and they share information with us. They share fixtures and live matches with us from Mondays to Friday. Last week they shared with us on Friday, and this week was yesterday. So the CEOs have been duly informed. Say, whoever you live match, no, the boy man here will platform I was one kind here, and you know, why be you man there about who see you a man here?
Get the platform
and try and gas Zach, young go.
Akobo, so baby, ni.
Going to win every.
So too.
Want to win every mamma?
Na ya kesa kesi.
Mamma job ya so obi ent win every.
Go bitu na say to no tese.
Maybe they make person me ni ma za go baby. Oh baby any on go baby nko tan. Why you tear Zach?
So Sisiana me source wo e ka chem say the Kotoko IMC are currently at Mensia. Sisiana from Anabo at home say Sisia ya ka say. Omunyin omo Mensia.
But what you now be catch him say Zito has 1 year as a head coach, and that he is informed say or head coach for a year, and that
this is what I know.
They will be catch him
and he has a mandate to the end of the season.
Okay. And then 1 year, so as I check my
where are no
1 year be about end of the season. Is that 3 matches here?
11 10 year na so message no I say Zito has a mandate to the end of the season, and that is what we are waiting.
Do you know what check here? We say whether 2025-26 no. So what I heard, if I'm free, we get one of the top sources. We're an above average source.
We're top no.
Okay.
We're the top.
And they said we are just we are no.
We're top.
If you are more, no. But this is what I gather.
And again, who said as at on the PDNDS or mommy okay. It's now me obi ma.
Omo ya de o de nko no mudi.
Say I'm to say na Elsenka omo.
I don't know about for guys no.
No, they were supposed to meet on Tuesday.
And did that no man ko.
And omo postpone no Wednesday. And I'm say Wednesday nkomo no. Omo and omo to so in there.
We the ba for so omo ko.
Enti enra na ye enra Wednesday na nya anything bia na mfum family. Unse mfum other form. In terms say no mo ko ba mane officially about mfum ni wo no. Enti Wednesday there no wasn't anything discussion about we kwa enti yes, it was about Infum's family.
Okay.
And then the minyanya the agenda of today. Maybe a minimum wise program because no, I may get the agenda for the course. Maybe a just that no. Or time or breaking or time or breaking
one
let's see maybe before I be close say agenda never need be any na move on So has dear. Yeah, some more. And before has no this StarTimes and this DSTV and Hula Balloon. You see, when you have a weak association, these are the things that normally happens to you. Because from day one. So if you know Anomunto with StarTimes Biana, it looks like StarTimes are very comfortable. I say there's nothing just say my fan say your new option be the GFA. Why I'm saying say who weak association. My StarTimes fan I believe say without them no you need in terms of TV coverage. Into our hope now StarTimes. Then StarTimes also feel say now you're too powerful. After all, there's no competitor. And yeah, you'll be and member. Omukoya, Omunyobi, I am baby. Eti so no go do sa stage now. The way he deals with you different. Do you know why they went and came back with another figures? Then Omuni say go for your comedy omo. And Omu say me oni nya ADD. Enti say your company abana ye reduce figures na bad they will accept it. And because of their previous engagement with them. But you see, a comedy one say for saying you did. So you take a position, say, this is what we are doing. Baby, you make your stance very firm and move on with whatever you are doing. Now, what results you're good or bad, you have to move on. StarTimes, we show more baby. Sika amubu ya manti amu say kai 842,000 173.36 US dollars and amount in arrears. And this is a Juma class I ended though. This is a Juma my ended that. I see a chomaka. And you just imagine say club is club behind sika was ask away mu. Anya ni nyana be collapse no bi be kwa administrative ni manyanyo bebre enya ni nyana be kwa mo e tanke divide here but just imagine say we a clap na eduma wan na da a o sika wo saske we mu a o sankan e bia saske no e wo o saka enya man ke betimi aye e de amaw eti the FM must be serious na omo StarTimes enya eduma se ne so mo ye no get the money for the clubs na enya ma so no ba bia no so omo ha omo yesa dia enya yi. Let's see what will come from the DSTV as is being around any nanti. You better ni should be free and so emwaba. Sudan in India, but for any African no cool, and any Sudan no cool. Highland no Sudan, and so Egypt. He life no Egypt. And now I could do what you see. Now okay, tweet now. Almost say after the expiration of his loan deal with Kotoko. And he. Saron Omar report say he is returning. And Uncle Fono, I don't want to go Janana. Omar, I don't know. I can Kotoko be
normally I go no Kumazi. All my friends on Mano. Mebuzana say, Mebuzasa, oh friend, no got to Kumasi, no, I can say no.
No,
I'm going
to go. That tweet also say from USA. Once he has arrived in Egypt,
you got to go
from USA.
Got to call US
after his expiration.
American League.
After the expiration of his loan
now do
assembly see no. I'm for be share bo. Say asem no be hwema kopim se be kwa koto na wie. Do yet here. Na wie ya ba ne say smart eko Egypt. Akoshe El Hilal for. It is asem no kwa ye ni akiri. Ana me boa.
Da bi za fa no mo mpene. Afa no matenenka.
David they said we no Kotoko contract na wo.
O ye dia ewu ye, o ye ndaben.
Awu one day already about osaba alone.
No date no na aso na ewu.
Date na so.
But you man no ye o ju ewu.
Aso meji obi akatua.
Na go san se no go tena ba bi se.
Na se untua ne ka.
utuane ka dia na wanya evidence na dia ye untuane ka
afa no mo hu ba bi o mo ba ko fa na ba oba be ye adwuma na aka no
oba wala for
But the control ko mo be say no player ira.
e dey na hu o ma report to
agro
Ka kwa no tuma basa.
agro
control it.
e kan 70 said ye agro but reports are menya free baby no no bo da ko see da e beba so
dey na ba so
asem na ye kan e beba so
so mo mu ni no o ye be yi
twade bi
To the yeah,
Nipa me ni di nkomo from ayi baby ani so to ti
ye be yi
o say Kotoko takwa against Mediama TV for one nyina o ba pre-match e duru match ne da time I bebo match no o ma hu o mo later no find out say Mediama for no so mo no ma betwa match no to mo ntimi amba
Ona woni sa match na.
ya match go say draw 1-1
Okay.
Kotoko Bekum against Bekum Chelsea.
Ayo.
And look at the Bekum Chelsea supporters Babontin 2-3 days before the game. So mo twa game no. Ampa mo ntwa. Eso na efi e de Babontin se Kotoko ni Chelsea baba life. Eso bo ni ntimi ntwa.
Obi baba bi na no yes discussion all can sense much. Case ni.
Into omo. Because EBSC AF na bibia ni we si omo kwan.
BBS kwa ebe yi
But o de expand asem na ye kan na mzuto ye hwese di city.
so much ye ni aso kana le ko show mo bibia ni
So be sure money one dey send issue. That is no one issue no. Mzuto ade bi koso o Ghana ha. Na yemfa ye ni nko. Oni say ya je atum say the only way to win the Ghana Premier League and it's about preventing games here being in life.
obi si referee for na ye ka tro
Say
o be say me bo wa
me TV.
e bet you so me TV
And when you say ya be je atum. Last year Samatta CG League no. So to 2 Samatta games. E wo mo home in the life. Omne has ne Kotoko. Even the coronation game. I did trophy in Samatta no. Ya nyam ya hwe. Ni di be yi Kotoko ne has game. Enti they say your football no ye ton anase your football no ye say no. Ewiase na entwen yo. Ko na Ghana de ye sign. Eni yesu so sa nyoma we so. Edu guys said ye kan na motia na mo yesu passport. Me I will not be surprised. See we starting next season league, near the same story. If the best games best sell a league, you know, it's not being allowed to telecast. So it's not allowed to be telecast. Because one of the investment in the league, so the Nisiki Babishim. And one of the reasons Super Sports at the free Ghana League say, almost we call league centers near Chomu Kebumu. You prevent Tomo from telecasting games, or maybe to sponsor the league. Super Sports Ghana League, Mr. To say, 8 years. Meboa 8 years asaba, and then you're my West than time and Super Sports. Oh, no. And this was for Monte Ghana. And I'm Monte de Acoso. Huh? And this is the kind of system I find yourself in. Now, say, you pretty football. A quite better class, but first was sell more players. Because games never life, what the moment here you dream. So, and when I make say, fancy platform be, discuss African football, not Ghana football, near discuss here. Your Bobo Nations din, your Bobo GOLDSTARS din, your Bobo Heart of Lions din, near Kotoko din. This is how football clubs and agents scout for players. Ghana is a country blessed with talent. It is a league na do some pempens over there, and a year kwako per league ni biare. Nations players yentimi Tom Munchire wiase. GOLDSTARS ne Kotoko players yentimi Tom Munchire wiase. Heart of Lions players yentimi Tom Munchire wiase. But say Ghana there, zoto ye fe yehudi o.
For teams na azo me nyimbo ni ahom.
Teams they say that is their
yes of 3 points.
Of 3 points they be say agili. Ghana nkwa na o man ya timu a mezoto. Ye bo football. You name the source of clubs no income as some running football clubs. And you are happy says Hadi and Ekoso. And you tell one year so. Where you football? Uko kasi say and a radio stations and a mugu when I am say that you may discuss it. wey sɛ boy ye bɛbɔ ball top match yes yɛma a TV station go twa match ɛno na bɛsɛ yɛbɛ discuss na saa news na ɛban ɛyɛ ne create ɛnyɛ clubs na the preventive TV stations from telecasting the games but obi ti baabi also mo de negative nko ana moka but nyoma mo yɛ ni nyina nyɛ and adeɛ chi adeɛ sam to the next generation no nyɛ interested in our football. That is where the problem is. And in the next 10, 15, 20 years time, and here fan a Ghana football bejina. Say year football now. And no, I ask myself. And no has a folk for meeting their course no. So to many kakra na Dr. Nyahotama Cruz said about for can on the chair meeting no. Na nyoma ni bi o mo discuss here a player performance. NCC elections, player scouting, supporters engagement, board support. Some the official release be babontin. Ebi ene ankopim nyame adomo chana babontin. Na players performance no. So to ni nyama ni bi PO. Supporters ni bi raise concern say omo tete. Say omo players ni bi kwaje bribe. Ebi so sheda bo abro. Edit ya coach Watara. Players ni bi ekwaje bribe. Ebi so sheda bo abro edit ya coach Watara. Fano eto. NCC elections is so ma agree after league na no. Ese NCC elections ne baso. Player scouting. Supporters ni raise concern about Alhaji Akambi. Say no. Omunim say club no the only position of represent to omo eye Pobi mine. Babeti se ha Koto player na Alhaji nie. Obeti so bi kasa to have the folk supporters through the media na Alhaji nie. Obeti na media for bi recommend players the mahas supporters so mon pesa ade. Supporters engagement. Okay. And they depend on how a club no be structure on. Say na wotie upo bi afre no Kotoko ongo fe na ayi kontombo ne na kwesi apia. Oni se safo jemfi na abefre no. Ayi so ayi safuduku. Na se safuduku so nya no position mo na baso.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lands commission Ashanti region a board chairman.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, lawyer safuduku.
Oh.
Okay. And a board support. They say omo yi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honorable kwesi.
Oh, ti bo mi ni abaso no.
Yeah, bubodi ya tudi.
Mi ni anya manya.
Omo yi honorable kwesi ajiman. Say ene ono na be assist from board level no. One na be assist the MD. Nti ene bibia na in connection between the board and the management no. Honorable kwesi ajiman de be gina ho. MD ne be dealing.
So no a
board member of the club.
Oh.
And from normal course so enrano to kamia ye say has of folk supporters no ebinum ewo didie ewo coach Watara mu so mo fu say Watara nya the right supporter obeye adwuma omojitu say the quality of players ewo has na ewo form has players no mo no omomodembo ewo form. It's almost a problem with their recruitment. One Alhaji can be covered. It's where you money be a Bema Boda, and a course who has board no management and supporters no or more a meeting a course. I think it's good engagement. Whether I say,
I say, them do deal with Kwesi.
Yes.
On daily basis.
Yes.
Until I say, I know do take a back.
Say the BBC. And they board asema and one say on
it. It's closer to the FA.
Yeah.
It's closer to the FA.
So that's what GOLDSTARS man committee and official.
Now this some the same. I'm sure they will.
Say na ban ko.
And that don't be you.
Wa ban ko dia na achi you know they ban for their ba say support.
It's quite respected.
But this is not the first time our supporters in management any board engage. But when him has problems, he saying problem nene say mzutu has a folk problem with communication. The communication between the management board and the supporters na big has. And omo new opportunity to also speak. Omo kasa ye no aya na akoye kasa twitwie against the supporters. Ye ton omo nyina akora na intimi twia e ka ball chairman abo.
Omo ha adwena na ha supporters.
If you are supporters, team be supporters ha adwena.
I say for a long time. The Biano, they are against the board. I say, also the Kotoko. They do baby supporters in the but most of the time they move with them.
Say, and yes,
then that's
Omoye against. So our House of Folk supporters are hardly Nabon House of Folk supporter to do or cassette the board chairman. And now has had any by specific people who are border. Omo na ye consistent the last 4-5 years. Omo na supporters ni feel say board chairman ni omo free o. Eno na kofa last year board ni meeting omo ye ya. Ye Alaja can be free board so. I acquire in charge of Pubiman. Because na supporters ni pressure omo de ko no, ye mpa can be board no so, ye mpa can be board no so. But ni nyina no omo wie no, still you could see say majority of adwuma has ye no. Aside Pubiman Alaja can be there. Enti enei ye behwe say no na bebo team no na season no motimi akọ monima, but one thing is certain say enra mzutu it looks like ensani nyina a kire say Watara
omo peno
say makajo say Watara de ba kwa oya oye ni ye ni say wa find a way to win. House of Folk supporters no be influential no we win no makoma adwuma ba kwa waye pa wa hasam so to so season no o group we ankomo no mu di o hankomo uni say do point bi me ne House of support bi di wo ka che me say has ko Kotoko no Watara na di ni sika ko e di we team no but later on na me hwe mu no it was not true. Jesse na has she no kura no Watara na ye ma has nya Jesse no chacha so what me ba chi am ko hwe mu no ntisa ba to de so mo players no mo nya de nti na ma coach na adwuma na ye den de am mo na players ni bi so je bribe why
Watara
I almost to play say players na de man on wingers
since some dey Harry some dey Razak
dey
Patrick Razak
2025
Patrick Razak 17 I was also Abakrewi
Obeba omo ni na kama coach na ti ase and yes anko fukure ya striker come asem ya so mo be coach na ano and ni coach na ma akwa ti ase say omra in fact
player no what ase so
Patrick Razak ready so ba in fact nanka omo oh na say wa tamade okay Domote is coaching Razak is still playing football
away
Division 2
or Division 2 bi
2025
madam enyu na
edize Kotoko supporters at TSC kwem so mo ko demonstration na obi a show mo za na mo ko demonstration so next season be so di man o jam fiba ebi na house for yi
na dem your dreams are now o go outside
I want call relegation o ka ho Legon Cities
I want to dem you
ebi na house supporters yi
Legon Cities
2025
na ba ni years eh
Patrick Razak I think 20
grow fine ebe grow fine menum Amen Scientific Hospital Sheikh Ami Bonsugu so freya as stroke ne awom nsam meja no ne mfidie no de wo ho different drugs certified medications I dey hire for Brian Amen Scientific Hospital ewo atwuma betachim ankwada so fo ase kwan so branches ne doors na mum ofre 0277 001234 0277001234 na 0241 367349 and one no na fe so Viva Nego tablet ni nyina na se herbal technology for ɛna ɛdne ɔmde herbal supplement ɛboa a relieving of all the pains, sciatica pains, knee pain, shoulder pain, waist pains. Sisi na ya all types of pain, shoulder bebia unya viva nego tablet tibia. No ano no afa ye funa wonka ho oya akoda enum bi nye nkoda dro herbal technology. A number is 0208337711 0208337711 and check na promote to say pe PSC abon beret na afie nyako enso so otosum yenu wo contest no so atenase maame afie nyako second on the list anya ho vision na wapie mu amana ne kuro bi so ebia ba center se mfi ani ensensem nyina amra no behwe amayen bo ni ana hwe sofo ata sofo rasa sofo 3 days unmo bi o glaucoma cataract ari bia afan ko ebia ba center your number is 0241 565199 0241 565199 and 050 2812 Abnex kase bo PSC ni ma me afie nyako edebre me hu PSC o London na me hu afie nyako America wonderful me die so dem fail yeah